Sometimes a story doesn't move forward by raising the stakes. Sometimes it moves forward by lowering the noise. By giving its characters the space to breathe, to pause, to finally hear their own thoughts. And Heartstopper Forever feels like the first time the series truly asks a grown-up question: what if growing up isn't just about loving someone deeply, but about learning how to love yourself without shrinking first? You're watching ScreenScope Reviews, where stories don't just continue, they transform. Season 3 peeled back the emotional layers of Nick and Charlie as a couple. It showed us devotion, patience, and the beauty of being chosen again and again. But Forever steps into a territory fans didn't fully expect, yet maybe always hoped for. Because this time, the spotlight doesn't shine on Nick and Charlie as a unit. It settles quietly on Charlie, alone, reflective, and finally centered in his own story. For once, Charlie isn't orbiting someone else's gravity. He isn't bracing himself to be the gentle one, the steady one, the emotional cushion absorbing every impact. Instead, he looks inward and asks the hardest question he's ever faced: who am I when I stop trying to save everyone but myself? And that's where today's update changes everything. New details suggest Charlie's growth arc in Heartstopper Forever isn't explosive or dramatic. It's deliberate. Calm. Brave in the quietest way. His confidence doesn't come from romance or reassurance. It comes from choosing himself, consistently, unapologetically. The distance that forms between him and Nick isn't written as a crack. It's written as breath. A necessary pause filled with healing, self-respect, and the kind of personal growth that simply can't happen when you're holding someone else up with both hands. This isn't a breakup arc. This is a becoming arc. Charlie reconnects with parts of himself he once buried under fear, hobbies left behind, friendships rebalanced, joy reclaimed without guilt. He learns to set boundaries without explaining them away. He lets happiness exist loudly, not as something fragile, but as something earned and lived in. And that shift sends ripples outward. Nick, now faced with a partner who no longer needs saving, is forced to confront his own patterns. The comfort of being the protector. The quiet dependency he never questioned. Their relationship is nudged toward adulthood, where love isn't about fusing into one identity, but about standing side by side, stronger because both people are whole. The fandom is already split. Some believe this emotional distance is building toward a reunion that feels explosive in the best way, two people choosing each other again, but with clarity and balance. Others think the writers may lean into a softer, bittersweet truth. One that says sometimes love becomes real when we stop clutching it too tightly. Either way, Heartstopper Forever is shaping up to be its most intimate season yet. Not because it breaks hearts, but because it trusts them. It asks the audience to grow alongside its characters and to understand that love isn't just holding on. Sometimes, it's letting go just enough for both hearts to expand. So here's the question of the day. If you were writing the finale, which path would you choose, a glowing reunion, or an ending that stings just enough to feel honest? You're watching ScreenScope Reviews, where every frame is a feeling, and every feeling tells a story.